How's it going, everyone? This is Daniel. In this video, we are going to be talking about Tesla stock and the overall stock market. We have some great news that came out for Tesla stock. We're going to go over and look at that, and also we're going to talk about exactly what to expect for Tesla for this week. Are we going to have a continuation move to the upside? We had a pretty decent day today, so we're going to be talking about that too. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to talk about all this important information coming up. As you can see over here, we have Tesla that's sitting at $674.90. We're up 1.66%. So we close above the key price point level that we're watching, which is $650. So that is relatively good for Tesla in the short term. Later on, we're going to be looking at exactly what is some important news that came out, a great news that came out for Tesla. But when you compare Tesla and the overall stock market, as you can see, we have the overall market that also went up to the upside. We have Apple that's up 4%, Microsoft up 3%, Google up 2%, Amazon only down 0.03%, but they have a stock split coming up pretty soon. And we also have the retail stocks that were getting crushed last week. Some of them at least tried to bounce. We have Walmart, Costco that has earnings coming up this week. We have Target that is just continuously going down 0.94%. So we have across the board the stock market was slightly bullish today to the upside. Hopefully we have this continuation momentum to the upside within the next few days, So let's go over and look at exactly some of the important news that came out for Tesla and other EV market companies. As you can see over here, this is a phenomenal news that we got from Reuters. We have Tesla plans to ramp up to pre-lockdown output in Shanghai by Tuesday. So this is a fantastic news because we have been getting several information that was bad in spite of what's been going on with COVID across the board for China, especially. There are companies that are being locked down for several weeks. And Tesla, even though some of the workers were back in the factory working, sleeping there, basically living in the factory, unfortunately, they're not able to catch up with some of the output demand. We have other companies that are supplying production materials for Tesla that also was shut down in spite of COVID. And right now we're getting the confirmation that Tesla is planning to ramp up to pre-lockdown output in Shanghai by this Tuesday. So this is an internal memo that the Reuters actually got this information from. So this is pretty solid. And if that goes back to pre-lockdown levels, we might get the revisions that we need from different analysts. We have Dan Ives that came out recently that lowered his price target from $1,400 to $1,000 in spite of what's going on with China, right? So we also have other analysts that came out that lowered their price target for Tesla stock because they think that this COVID lockdown can have a big impact on this Q2 delivery production. Also, the earnings could be affected in spite of what's going on with China. So this is a pretty solid news. This is very strong and great news for Tesla if we can get back to an output that was at pre-lockdown levels, especially for Giga Shanghai factory. So this is a fantastic news for Tesla. We also have other electric vehicle companies from China announce their earnings. So we have XPeng, which is a ticker symbol XPEV. Stock is down 6%, mainly because of what's been going on with China, the lockdown. They delivered around 34,561 vehicles. But they also have their guidance. They lowered their guidance, so that affected this stock too. So we'll see. We have another company, which is NIO, announcing their earnings pretty soon for Q1. That is also going to be another company to watch out for. That is the same sector with Tesla, which is an electric vehicle company. So now let's go over and look at exactly what to expect for the Tesla Volvo stock market. We have, of course, the earnings that we got, which is from XBEV. And we have Best Buy earnings coming out tomorrow before the market open. We also have Dix, Express, Nvidia, Snowflake. So we have a pretty big companies that are going to be announcing earnings this upcoming days. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We also have Costco, which is super important because retail seems to need a lot of support because we have big retail stocks that are seeing aggressive sell-off, like Target that was down more than 25% last week and just continuously to go down. So we'll see how these retailers are going to hold up based off of what we saw last week. Retail in general has been getting crushed since last week, so we'll see how that goes. But let's go over and look at the technical analysis for Tesla stock and the overall stock market and see exactly what to expect. So as you can see, we have the S&P 500 ETF SPY. We had a pretty decent day today, which is up 1.9%. But as you can see, this volume is definitely frightening in a way because we're not seeing a lot of people coming in, a lot of investors aggressively buying in. We went up relatively with a very below average volume, so that is not good. That's not convincing. But when we have this massive sell-off that we're seeing big volume. Just the volume basically means is the amount of shares being traded back and forth, like buying and selling that's happening. As you can see today, it was relatively lower, and unfortunately that's not a good sign in the near future, because we also have some important economic data coming out. For example, for tomorrow we have at 12:20 p.m. we have Fed Chair Jerome Powell is going to be speaking. So if he mentions anything about the economy, inflation, anything like that, the stock market can react off of that. And we also have new home sales, S&P 500 global, U.S. service PMI. We have the global S&P 500 U.S. manufacturing PMI for the month of May going to be announced. So that's also going to be an indication of how the economy is doing, if it's strong or not. We're going to be getting more confirmation from this economic data coming out tomorrow. So that's going to be important to watch out for. But let's go over and look at Tesla stock. Tesla stock sitting at $674.90, up 1.66%. We closed above the key price point level that we're watching, which is $650. So that is relatively pretty good. Another important thing to watch out for Tesla is that if we get any kind of revision when it comes to the price target changes, because we are seeing some positive news coming out from China, so that can definitely have an impact with Tesla stock too. And we could also get some information about Elon Musk, Twitter, or anything like that, that also can have an impact on Tesla. That is an individual catalyst that can affect Tesla. So that is also another thing to watch out for the next few days. But if the overall market continues, if we don't get any kind of big surprise tomorrow, we might see a continuation move to happen for Tesla to bounce back up again. So as you can see, we're sitting at $674.90. The first price point level that we're watching is $700. So if we can go above $700 and stay up there, that will be great. And unfortunately, if things does not go good, if the overall market sells off, Tesla sells off, we might see Tesla stock dropping below 650. Another key price point level to watch is going to be the $600 price point level. So that's going to be another key price point level to watch out for in the short term for Tesla stocks. This week is definitely action-packed. We have some important economic data that's going to be coming out that could affect the overall stock market too. So just keep in mind, just get ready for the volatility. We might spike up, 1 or 2%, go down like 2-3%. So it can be a week like that. So definitely keep in mind that. And of course, if you're new to the channel too, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notification bell, and let me know if you're in the comment section if you bought Tesla stock. We presented with a fantastic opportunity. Tesla stock just getting negative catalyst after negative catalyst back to back. So it seems like it's been a really, really good it's been a pretty rough week for Tesla, but let me know if you actually bought some shares and took advantage of this opportunity for the long term. I'd love to hear your opinion, and I'll catch you guys on another video. Have a wonderful day.